Hi friends, hi students, welcome to Gauri Smart Channel. Today I am going to explain polynomials and quadratic equations. These two lessons nearly we can cover more than 15 marks in Poli Sci. So that's what I am combining these two lessons, polynomials and quadratic equations. So all shortcuts and all models and all concepts will be covered in this video. So please watch. After this concept I will explain above 60 problems and solutions, so please watch until end and you will get full concept in this polynomials and quadratic equations. First of all, we should know the basic concepts in polynomials and quadratic equations. Let us start. Variable means what? A symbol which is varying is called variable. Varying means changing, so its position is changing. For example, let us consider x, y, z, a, b, c and so on. For example, x value I am taking 5, so your friend is taking 6, another friend is taking 9, another friend is taking 12. So where symbol is x only, but its value is changing depending upon person, depending upon place. So that's what a symbol which is varying is called variable. Next, constant. A symbol which has fixed value is called constant, so it is not changing. So 5, if I say 5 symbol, that's 5 only. If your friend is saying symbol 5, that's 5 only. If another friend also saying a symbol, that's he will also say 5 only. Means anybody can say this 5, so everyone will say that is 5 only. So constant means a symbol which has fixed value is called constant. Next, term. Variable alone means symbol, constant alone means number, or the combination of both with multiplication or division operation is called term. Variable alone or constant alone or combination of both with multiplication or division operation is called term. So x, y, z, these are the symbols, means variables. Variables are also terms. 3, 9, 4, 7, these are the numbers, means constants. These are also terms. 5x, x by 5, 5 by x, these are all the combination with multiplication, division, so these are also terms. These are also called terms. Expression. Next, a symbol which expresses something is called an expression. So any symbol which is expressing something is called an expression. So first symbol is expressing laughing, means happiness. Second symbol is expressing sadness, and the third symbol is expressing number 5. So these are the symbols expressing something, so it is an expressions. Next, variable expression. So the sum of 2 or more variables is called variable expression. The sum of 2 or more variables, or the difference of 2 or more variables, is called variable expression. Numerical expression. The sum or difference of 2 or more variables is called numerical expression. So in the above example, x plus y, y minus z, only variables present. In this below example, 1 plus 2 is equal to 3, 3 plus 5 plus 2. So these are the only symbols, so numerals with expressions. Next, algebraic expression. The combination of 2 or more variables with fundamental operations plus, minus, into, division is called algebraic expression. The combination of 2 or more variables, so means terms. The combination of 2 or more terms with fundamental operations is called algebraic expression. Example, x plus 5, 5x minus 2y plus 3, x minus 2y plus x square minus 2x plus 6. So these are the example for algebraic expression, because it is having 2 or more terms with fundamental operations. Fundamental operation means plus, minus, into, division. Next, monomial. An algebraic expression which has one term is called monomial. So whatever the expression we are taking, in that expression only one term is there, that is called monomial. Example, 5x, 7y, x square y z. Next, binomial. An algebraic expression which has two terms is called binomial. So a plus b, it is having two terms. 5x minus 7y, it is also having two terms. X plus y, it is also two terms. So These algebraic expressions having two terms, so it is called binomial. Next, trinomial. An algebraic expression which has three terms is called trinomial. So example, 5x minus 2y plus 3, x square minus 2x plus 6. These algebraic expressions having three terms, so it is called trinomial. Next, multinomial. An algebraic expression which has three or more terms is called multinomial. So any expression which is having three or more terms is called multinomial. So example, 5x minus 2y plus 3x minus 7, x square minus 2x plus y minus 5, x plus 1 by x minus 3. Next, polynomial. It's most very important. Listen here. So difference between polynomial and multinomial you have to know very well. Then only you can understand the concept very clearly. An algebraic expression which is having three or more terms with positive integral degree of degree is called polynomial. So in the multinomial there is no need to positive the degree, but in whereas coming to polynomial the positive degree only should be having. So then only it is called polynomial. An algebraic expression which is having three or more terms with positive integrals of degree is called polynomial. Example, ax square plus bx plus c where a not equal to 0, it is a standard quadratic polynomial. Ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d where a not equal to 0 is a standard cubic polynomial. Next, standard polynomial expression. P of x is equal to a naught into x power n plus a1 into x power n minus 1 plus a2 into x power n minus 2 and so on an. So here coefficients are increasing and x powers are decreasing. That is the shortcut for remembering. Here a0, a1, a2, a3, an are called coefficients of the polynomials and degree of the polynomial is n because here n is there. So that's what degree is n. The coefficients of highest degree terms should not be 0. So if the coefficients of highest degree term is 0, then there is no polynomial. Degree of a term or monomial. The sum of the numbers of variables in a term is called degree of the term. The sum of the number of the variables in a term. The sum of the number of the variables in a term is called degree of the term. So see here x square y. How many terms are there? Two terms. The sum of the number of the variables. So here two variables. These two variables are three times coming. So degree 3. So 2x's and 1y. So total 3. 5. So there is no variable. So degree is 0. X, y, z cube. So 1x, 1y and z are 3. So total 5. So degree is 5. X, y, z. 1x, 1y, 1z. So degree is 3. Next, degree of a polynomial. The highest degree of a term in the given polynomial is called degree of a polynomial. Highest degree of a term in the given polynomial. Highest degree of a term in the polynomial is called degree of the polynomial. So example you can easily understand. Say in this polynomial x square y plus 3x to the power 4 minus 6. You see, so in this first term degree is 3 and second term is 4 and third term is 0. So in this highest what? 4. So that's why degree is 4. Minus 5 minus x plus y. First term degree is 0. X term is degree 1. Y term is degree 1. So total highest is 1. So degree is 1. Xz cube plus x to the power of 10. So first term degree is 4 and second term degree is 10. So degree is 10. Xyz minus 3x square y to the power of 5. 3. So x, y, z. So 3 times degree is 3. X square y cube. So here degree is 5. So highest is 5. So degree is 5. If degree is 1 in the given polynomial, then it is called linear polynomial. If degree is 1 in the given polynomial, then it is called linear polynomial. Example, x plus y. So this degree is 1. So it is a linear polynomial. In this linear polynomial, only one variable is there. So it is called linear polynomial in one variable. Next, x plus y minus 3. This is also linear polynomial, but in this linear polynomial, two variables are there. So it is called linear polynomial in two variables. x plus y minus z minus 7. This is also linear polynomial, but in this linear polynomial 3 variables are there, so it is called linear polynomial in 3 variables. If degree is 2 in the given polynomial, then it is called quadratic polynomial. So ax square plus bx plus c. If degree is 3 in the given polynomial, then it is called cubic polynomial. So example, ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. Zero polynomial. If all the coefficients of the polynomial are zeros, then the polynomial is called zero of the polynomial. Means there is no coefficients, all are zeros. So zero polynomial. So example, 0x cube plus 0x square plus 0x plus 0, or 0x square plus 0x plus 0. Zero of the polynomial. These two difference you should know very well. Zero polynomial, zero of the polynomial, zero of the polynomial. For what value of the x the polynomial becomes 0 is called 0 of the polynomial. For what value of the x the polynomial becomes 0 is called 0 of the polynomial. Let us consider one example. P of x is equal to x minus 1. For what values of x that this x minus 5 is 0? If you substitute x value is 5, then it is 0. So P of 5 is equal to 5 minus 5. So 0. So x is equal to 5 is the 0 of the polynomial. So 0 of the polynomial is different. 0 polynomial is different. 0 of the polynomial means for what value of x the polynomial becomes 0. And 0 polynomial means all coefficients are 0. That is the difference. In the second example, x square minus 5x plus x. This is the quadratic polynomial. It is having 2, 3 are the zeros of the polynomials. So if you substitute 2, it becomes 0. If you substitute 3 also, it becomes 0. So x is equal to 2 and x is equal to 3 are zeros of the polynomial. So linear polynomial has 1 0 because degree is 1. Quadratic polynomial has 2 zeros because degree is 2. Cubic polynomial has 3 zeros because degree is 3. Relation between zeros and coefficients. Alpha comma beta are 2 zeros of the polynomial ax square plus bx plus c. Then the sum of the zeros alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, means minus x coefficient by x square coefficient, and product of the zeros means alpha into beta is equal to c by a, means constant by x square coefficient. So alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, most very important formula to remember, and alpha into beta is equal to c by a. This is also most very important formula. Next, alpha into beta into gamma, alpha gamma beta gamma gamma are the 3 zeros of the polynomial cubic polynomial ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. It is having degree 3, so it is called cubic polynomial. So then the sum of the zeros means alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to minus b by a, means minus x square coefficient by x cube coefficient. Next, the sum of the product of the zeros, means alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha is equal to c by a, means x coefficient by x cube coefficient. Next, product of the zeros alpha into beta into gamma is equal to minus d by a, means minus constant by x cube coefficient. These three formulas most important. Alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to minus b by a. Alpha into beta plus beta into gamma plus gamma into alpha is equal to c by a. Alpha beta gamma is equal to minus d by a. Next, remainder theorem. If x minus c divides p of x, then the remainder is p of a. It is called remainder theorem. See here in this I am explaining, I am clearly showing you p of x in middle. So this p of x is divided by x minus a. Then we are getting quotient q of x and remainder p of a. So this is called remainder theorem. So if p of x is divided by x minus a, then quotient is q of x and remainder is p of a. So it can be written as dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. So factor theorem. In this remainder theorem, if remainder is not there, means remainder is 0, then it is called factor theorem. So if the remainder is 0 in the remainder theorem, then it is called factor theorem. So p of x is equal to x minus a into q of x. P of x is equal to x minus a into q of x. So now these arrow marks are most very important. In the every year polytechnic exam, these arrow marks are definitely giving. So you have to remember these models are, so they will change a b numbers. So you have to remember how these are getting. I am explaining. I will explain now. See, listen. If x minus a divides f of x, so x minus a is equal to 0 means x is equal to a, means in the place of f of x you substitute a, means remainder is f of a. So x plus a divides f of x means x plus a is equal to 0, x is equal to minus, in the place of x, so you just substitute f of minus a, that is remainder r is equal to f of minus a. Ax plus b divides f of x, then the remainder is f of minus b by a. How? So ax plus b is equal to 0, so ax is equal to minus b, x is equal to minus b by a, so that's why r is equal to f of minus b by a. Ax minus b is equal to 0, so ax is equal to b, x is equal to b by a, so remainder f of b by a. Bx minus a, bx plus a is equal to 0, so bx is equal to minus a, x is equal to minus a by b, so remainder f of minus a by b. Bx minus a is equal to 0, bx minus a is equal to 0, so bx is equal to a and x is equal to a by b, that is remainder f of a by b. So these 6 arrow marks please remember, you will get definitely marks. Quadratic expression, an expression which is having degree 2 is called quadratic expression. An expression which is having degree 2, if degree 1 is linear, degree 2 means quadratic, degree 3 means cubic, so quadratic expression, they are asking quadratic means degree must be 2, so that's why it is called quadratic expression. Example, ax square plus bx plus a is the standard quadratic expression. Quadratic equation, an equation which is having degree 2 is called quadratic equation. Expression having degree 2, that is called quadratic expression. Equation is having degree 2, that is called quadratic equation. So ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 where a not equal to 0 is called standard quadratic equation. Root of an equation, for what value of x the equation becomes 0 is called root of the equation, whereas expression, that is 0 of the expression. Here equation, so root we are saying, two are same but names are different. For what value of x the equation becomes 0 is called root of the equation. So x square minus 4x plus 3 is equal to 0. Here degree is 2, so we have two solutions, that is 1 comma 3. So 1 is satisfying the equation and 3 is also satisfying equation, so 1 comma 3 are the roots of the equation. If degree is 1, then the roots are 1. If degree is 2, then the roots are 2. Alpha comma beta are the two roots of the ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 quadratic equation. Then the two roots are alpha is equal to minus b plus root over b square minus 4ac by 2a, and beta is minus b minus root over b square minus 4ac by 2a. If you add these two, means that is sum of the roots alpha plus beta, so minus root over b square minus 4ac root over b square minus 4ac by 2a both will get cancelled, so you will get minus b by 2a minus b by 2a, means minus 2b by minus 2b by 2a, so 2 will get cancelled, minus b by a will get. The product of the roots, if you multiply these two roots, then you will get c by a, means so alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a and alpha into beta is equal to c by a. Next, alpha into beta into gamma are the three roots of ax square plus bx plus cx plus d is equal to 0. Then alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to minus b by a. Alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha is equal to c by a, and alpha into beta into gamma is equal to minus d by a. So here minus d by a you have to remember, so minus d by a. So next, discriminant. If ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 is a quadratic equation, then b square minus 4ac is called discriminant of ax square plus bx plus c. It is denoted by d or delta. So what is this discriminant? If you know discriminant, then you can easily say about roots, nature of the roots. So how nature of the roots are positive or roots are negative or roots are real or non-real, what are the roots, position of the roots you can say using discriminant. So nature of the roots, without finding roots using discriminant, without finding roots, just now I told you, without finding roots using discriminant, if we say how the roots are, then the process is called nature of the roots. So without finding roots using discriminant, if you say how the roots are, then this process is called nature of the roots. If a, b, c are real numbers, then this This table is most very important. Listen, if a, b, c are real numbers, then delta is equal to b square minus 4ac. This is the discriminant. If this discriminant greater than 0, then the roots are real and unequal. Roots are real and unequal. So example 3 comma 5. If delta is equal to 0, then the roots are real and equal. Real and equal means 4 comma 4, 9 comma 9, like that. If delta less than 0, then the roots are not real, means complex and conjugate to each other. Complex and conjugate to each other. 2 plus or minus 3i, 4 minus plus or minus 7i, like that. I will be coming. I means it is a imaginary number. If a, b, c are rational numbers, the above real numbers. The above real numbers. C are rational number. So if the roots, if a, b, c means coefficients of ax square plus bx plus c are rational numbers, then delta is equal to b square minus 4ac. That is discriminant. If discriminant is greater than 0 and discriminant is greater than 0 means positive, and it is a perfect square. Perfect square means 1, 4, 9, 16, 25. Then the roots are rational and unequal. Rational and unequal. So means 1 by 2 comma 1 by 2, 1 by 2 comma 1 by 5, 1 by 4 comma 1 by 9, 2 by 3 comma 5 by 9. This like example we can take. Delta greater than 0, it's not a perfect square. It's not a perfect square. Means not 1, not 1, not 1, not 4, not 9, not 16, like that. Then roots are irrational number and unequal. Irrationals and unequal means a plus or minus root b, means 2 plus or minus root 3, 3 plus or minus root 7, like that will be coming. If delta is equal to 0, then the roots are rational and equal. Rational and equal means 2 by 3 comma 2 by 3, 5 by 3 comma 5 by 3, 7 by 9 comma 7 by 9, like that will be coming. If delta less than 0, then the roots are not rational roots, and the roots are complex and conjugate to each other, means a plus or minus ib. If two quadratic equations have one common root, this is most very important, so they will give definitely this one. If two quadratic equations have one common root, then it must be 1. Then it must be 1. So if two quadratic equations have one common root, then it must be 1. Means in the exam they will ask two quadratic equations will be given. If these two quadratic equations have one common root, then find k value or l value or c value. Any value they will ask. You have to substitute x value is 1. Now graphs. For quadratic equations, graphs. If a greater than 0 means x square coefficient, a means x square coefficient. If x square coefficient is positive in x square plus bx plus c, then delta is greater than 0 means we know very well roots are real and unequal. So in the first figure you see, so minus 2 minus 3, like I think in the second figure you take minus 3 plus 3. The third figure 3 comma 2 means both are real numbers and not equal, unequal. If delta is equal to 0, roots are real and equal. So in the first figure minus 2 comma minus 2, in the second figure 0 comma 0, and the third figure 3 comma 3, like that example. If delta less than 0, roots are complex and conjugate to each other, so there is no intersecting x-axis, so there is no real roots. There is in these three figures, the figure is not intersecting x-axis, so there is no real roots, because our equation is in x-axis in x terms. So the curve must be, means that parabola must be intersecting x-axis, then only we'll get the roots, otherwise we'll not get the roots. If a less than 0 in ax square plus bx plus c means x square coefficient is negative. If ax square plus bx plus c in this quadratic expression, if a is less than 0, then delta is greater than 0, roots are real and unequal, so the parabola is towards downside, so same figures in the downside. Delta is equal to 0, roots are real and equal, and delta less than 0, roots are complex and conjugate to each other. Same diagrams in the downwards. Next, the sum of the coefficients is 0 in the polynomial, then the factor is x minus 1. So the sum of the coefficients is 0 in a polynomial, then the factor is x minus 1. Means they will give one quadratic equation, they will say the sum of the coefficients is 0. So what is the factor, they will ask. You have to write answer x minus 1. So see here one example I am giving. X cube minus kx square plus 5x minus 7 is equal to 0. So in this polynomial, if the sum of the coefficients is 0, then find the k value. So what they are saying, sum of the coefficients are 0. So what is our factor? X minus 1 means x minus 1 is equal to 0 means x is equal to 1. Substitute x is equal to 1. So 1 cube minus k into 1 square plus 5 into 1 minus 7 is equal to 0. So 1 cube means 1. 1 minus k plus 5 minus 1. So 5 plus 1, 6. 6 minus 1. So minus 1. So minus 1 minus k is equal to 0. So k is equal to minus 1. In a polynomial, if the sum of the even coefficients is equal to sum of the odd coefficients, then the factor is x plus 1. In a polynomial, if the sum of the even coefficients is equal to the sum of the odd coefficients, then the factor is x plus 1. So here all sum means the sum of the all coefficients is 0, then it is x minus 1 is factor. If even number coefficients and the odd number coefficients sum is equal, then the factor is x plus 1. So a2 plus, these are the coefficients, a2 plus a0 plus a2 plus a4 and so on is equal to a1 plus a3 plus a5 and so on. So if it is happened, then factor is x plus 1. So for that one example, x cube minus k x square plus 5x minus 7 is equal to 0. See here, x cube coefficient is 1, x coefficient is 5. So 1 plus 5, 6. So means 6 is equal to minus k minus 7. So minus k minus 7 is equal to 6. So minus 7 is going that side means, so 6 plus 7, 13. So minus k is equal to 13, k is equal to minus 13. So like that we have to do these problems. So in the next video I will explain most very important above 60 means 60 or more than 60 problems in polynomials and quadratic equations. So definitely if you prepare this one, you will get definitely more than 7 or 8 marks, sorry 15 marks, more than 15 marks. So please follow my channel and share to your friends. Please inform to all friends, subscribe my channel. Please make my channel 1000 subscribers. Thank you very much.